Hello Scorpio, welcome to your reading for June. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. I'm going to be pulling a Celtic cross for you today, but I'm going to start off with a couple of star code oracles just to see what we have going for you. All right, we have 7th house and progressions. Look at the color match. I absolutely love this. Okay, progressions journey talks about the patterns the planets follow in the sky, the transits, the orbital patterns that the planets and the celestial bodies follow, including asteroids. When a particular planet enters a particular sign, it embodies the traits of that particular sign and magnifies them. Okay, with 7th house relationship, the 7th house is ruled by Libra, and I feel with progressions, I'm suddenly thinking about that total full moon lunar eclipse that we had in your sign mid-May, which was an incredibly transformational time, not just for you, but for the entire planet. I'm feeling something shifted, whether it was physically in your relationships of any kind or something within you. There is some kind of shift that is happening within your partnerships, and I feel like you're taking it in a stride because you know that life is a journey, to put it very, very simply. With progressions, it's almost this like acceptance that whatever is happening is meant to happen, because that is the trajectory of those planets. That is the energy that they're meant to give out to me. It is a que sera energy of whatever will be. And I get this in a lot of your readings. I don't see you putting up too many walls here. But let's see. Let's pull your Celtic cross. Interesting. Knight of Swords with the Two of Pentacles. Very contrasting energies. Very, very contrasting. I feel like there is something that you want to take action towards. Something you want to either say to somebody, and there's this burning urge to do so. To have this conversation. But we have the Two of Pentacles. And I feel like you are tempering yourself, because you see the waves in the background which represent tumultuous emotions. I feel like you know if you have this conversation now, it may backfire. Because Mercury is retrograding, there is a lot of miscommunication in the air. There is a lot of obstacles that one is facing, not only internally but externally. I feel like you're realizing that. I feel like you're realizing that though it is a journey, that journey does have speed bumps, and this is almost that nod to that speed bump. Okay, it's there. I'm going to pace myself. What is your focus? I will be clarifying, but let's get an overview. We have the Four of Pentacles. You're holding back. You're holding back. I think that's wise. You see, the Knight of Swords, if this is your energy, can be very cutting, can be very sharp, comes in very quickly, delivers a message, doesn't care how it affects the other person, speaks his truth, his or her truth, and rides away. I feel like you're not doing that. You're being very careful about your words. You're being very careful about how you're communicating with people, and you're being kind of calm and considerate here. Let's see what was in the recent past. Justice could be dealing with a Libra, but I feel like there was a sense of balance earlier, a balance that you're trying to strike now. Something may have come about to upset this state of balance within your mind or within your energy field, but there was something that was fair, which may not be the case now. We will clarify, we will see. What is crowning you? What is your strength? The strength card almost showed itself. Oh, the Devil. Well, I think some of you may have heavy Capricorn in your chart, but with the Devil showing up, I think your strength is all the lessons you have been through. Is you realizing what your traumas and triggers are, and that acknowledgement almost gives you a sense of power, that I have been through such and such. I know exactly how to conduct myself in that situation. I know exactly how to extract myself from painful situations, and I know exactly how not to repeat patterns. I feel like you realize that you have been repeating toxic patterns and cycles in the past, and you're putting a stop to it. If the devil had showed up in any other placement, it would have been concerning. But this is your strength. I think you have mastered the devil energy, and that is incredibly difficult. Let's see, immediate future. Three of Cups wanted to show itself. Beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune. This is the first time the Wheel of Fortune has showed up in June readings. With the Wheel of Fortune being the immediate future and Justice being your past, you see both of these cards talk about karma. Both of these cards talk about leaving whatever this is up to the universe and letting the universe decide. It's almost like giving a nod to a higher power that, all right, my fate is controlled by somebody else, while knowing that you create your own destiny. Don't get me wrong, but knowing there is a higher power orchestrating all of this is what makes the wheel turn in your favor. I think that's absolutely wonderful. There is a massive 180-degree shift that is coming about for you. Whatever has been difficult, I feel like your problems will ease, especially when it comes to your relationships. Let's see. How are you showing up, Scorpio, to this reading? Judgment. Nice. You are showing up as somebody who is awakened. Someone who is awakened to their power. Someone who's had an epiphany, an aha moment. There may have been some sort of realization that came about for you during that eclipse, because your ruler, Pluto, who is in turn ruled by Hades, brings things up from the deep, dark depths, from the shadows up to the light, in order to be resolved and eventually removed. I feel like you've done that. You see how these people, they're coming out of coffins. They were originally dead, right? They're being reawakened. So I feel like all the traumas and triggers that you have experienced in your life, you have successfully been able to reawaken them because you want to heal them, which is how and why you have mastered this devil energy. If anyone can do shadow work correctly, Scorpio, it's you. I always say that. And you do a damn good job at it. Let's see, what are your external influences that you may or may not be aware of? Seven of Swords. Five of Swords, pardon me. I feel like there is, this is such a minor energy, but maybe it's a side note that I need to speak about. Someone around you who may not have your back. Somebody who would do anything to claim victory. I don't know who this is. And it's a diluted energy. It's nothing super strong that can overpower all of these beautiful cards that you have going for yourself. We will clarify and we will see. What are your hopes and fears? The Queen of Cups. This is your energy. Kind of. It is water energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of you may be hoping to have a better relationship with your mothers, just a side note. But the others, I feel like you want to be vulnerable. You want to have a heart that is full and not be apologetic about it. I feel like as a Scorpio, you're constantly holding yourselves back. I feel that. And I get very Capricornian energy from you, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn and you're ruled by Pluto, and they're very similar energies to me. Pluto can be a little more difficult to deal with, but it's almost like you're kind of tired of admiring the thorns of a rose. You want to start admiring its petals. You know what I mean? I feel like you're sick of the dark side. You want to look at the light, and you are hoping that you can keep your heart open and you can be vulnerable with another person. Let's see. Potential outcome for Scorpio. I almost saw the Fool. 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is not a bad card to get as your potential outcome, because the 10 of Swords is an ending with a new beginning attached to it. If you see, the sun is rising on the horizon after a very, very difficult night. Some of you may have been betrayed. You may have been backstabbed. You may have been lied to. The Five of Swords is right here. Maybe it isn't as diluted as I thought it was, which is why with the Queen of Cups, you're sick of the darkness. You want to embrace the light, and which is why you have mastered the devil, because you've been through the 10 of Swords. And I feel for some of you that this is an ongoing process. It is a journey. It's something that you have gone through over and over and over again. I will clarify and see. But the Ten of Swords resets to an Ace of Swords. Keep that in mind. Let's clarify the center cross, the Nine of Cups. I need one more. The Six of Cups. This could be something from the past that brought you joy. This could be an ex-relationship. It could be a childhood friend. It could be a high school sweetheart. It could be anything. I feel there was something that you wanted to say. And you probably realized that it would be selfish of you to say so. It would have brought you happiness, but it may have hurt the other person. So you kept quiet. The Magician. I'm getting an almost, even though you're quiet, you're not really expressing how you feel. It's not like your brain cells are going to waste. You are constantly working behind the scenes. You're constantly working on yourself. I'm going to get one more here. The Queen of Wands. You're following your passions. You're following your dreams. I feel like you're doing all of this by yourself. You're not, it's a lot of backstage energy. You're not really displaying any of this to the public. But again, it's that energy of the swan gliding on a lake. This is King of Cups energy for me overall. It looks like you're just gliding, minding your own business, but the feet are moving incredibly fast. There's a lot of work that you're doing behind the scenes here. The Queen of Cups in the past. Yes, I think that is why it's your hope and your fear that you may not be able to achieve this sense of balance again. You may not be able to feel like yourself again. There was a sense of balance earlier, but something came about to kind of tarnish that. The Hanged Man, Pisces energy. That's interesting to me. I feel that in the past, you were not just happy, you were content. You were content with everything around you. You were content with your relationships. I did mention the 7th house is ruled by Libra. You have the Libra card in the past. So which is telling me that your relationships, the journey that your relationships were taking in the past brought you a sense of peace. Somehow that's shifted. Let's clarify the Devil, the 7 of Cups. The Emperor. I need one more. The Page of Swords. Who got a similar, very similar energy here? I can't recall. This is a sense of having so many different pieces of advice that are thrown at you about how you should heal. But you knowing that you need to stick to your guns and truly, truly do what is best for you. There is a sense of confusion here. There is a sense of people who may try to sway you from the path that you're on. Some people may not be taking you seriously. Some people may be kind of not giving enough importance to the lessons that you've learned. They may be brushing them under the rug. Some of you may be saying, some of the people around you may be saying that, you're constantly healing. What is that all about? You know what I mean? This is specific for someone. But I feel like if you give in to what those people are saying, you will start living a very shallow life. And that is very unscorpionic. Stay within your power. Know what makes you strong and keep doing that inner work. The Tower. Wow, that's beautiful. That is insane energy. Uranus energy all the way. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Okay, listen, this is a very good tower. It is an excellent tower. This reading started off so mild, but my God, it's taken a turn. Yes, stunning. You remember I said, you've let the universe take the wheel. When the universe takes the wheel, it eradicates anything that is not going to serve you, whether you like it or you don't. I feel like you kind of like it. You've accepted it. You know that you need to get out of this uncomfortable comfort zone. And with the Queen of Swords, it is the right thing to do. It is a logical thing to do for you. and you know that it is. And because you have put your faith into the universe, it's going to steer you in the right direction, my friend. I love this. Let's clarify Judgment, the Seven of Swords. Interesting. Eight of Swords, goodness. Let's get one more. Four of Pentacles. Listen, you remember I said, if anyone can do shadow work correctly, it is a Scorpio. Make sure you live up to that reputation. Sometimes we can start escaping these triggers. Some people around you, like I said earlier, may not have your back. And those people may be promoting you to live a more shallow life than you are used to. They may be promoting you to change how you perceive your own psyche. With progressions and relationships, I feel like your relationships are transforming because you are transforming. You having been through all of this pain, and these are painful cards. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is very difficult energy to deal with. I feel like the people you are relating to are almost turning their backs, which in turn may be promoting you to change how you speak to them. I'm going to call you out a little bit, Scorpio. Do not be a people pleaser. It doesn't matter what people say and how people perceive you, as long as you are on a healing journey and you are doing shadow work correctly. Once you're out of it, you can pick your friends. You don't need to please anybody while you are suffering. It should be the other way around. Don't try to escape this. Don't try to look for a shortcut to whatever this is for you. Feel like you're stuck in your head because of what people are saying. The World. Yeah, exactly. Putting an end to these relationships, the relationships that don't have your back, with the Five of Swords and the World card. And the Hierophant. Elevating not just your friendships but your relationships in general. Only investing your time and energy into people who will elevate your frequency and not bring it down. I feel like you've had enough of that in the past. I feel also, for some of you, a particular person who may have seemed immature and childish, who wanted to win at any costs, that person may come around. They may change how they speak to you. They may elevate with the Hierophant. It could be a Taurus. Doesn't have to be. But there is an ascension process that is happening here. I feel like you need to be very careful about the people you're surrounding yourselves with, Scorpio. Some people are wearing masks very clearly, and the others are truly trying to elevate themselves to your frequency so that they don't bring you down. And I think that is incredibly mature. Why is the Queen of Cups here? The Knight of Cups and the Three of Wands. You're waiting for an offer. And with the Queen of Cups, there's no gender in tarot. Just take the energy with you. You're waiting for someone to express how they feel. The Ace of Cups. Stunning energy. I feel like it's going to come about. Would you look at that? Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups. Excuse me. I feel like that sun that is rising in the horizon is going to do you good after this dark night of the soul. Eight of, my goodness, you see, in the Eight of Cups, this is the only card in the deck that represents an eclipse. I think that eclipse was crazy for you, as it was for the collective. I think it was worse for you than anybody else. I think you're finally realizing the King of Swords. Yeah, you're setting boundaries. You're finally realizing what actually brings you joy and what you're just waiting for because you're used to waiting for it. Does that make sense? The Two of Cups. Stunning, stunning, stunning energy. Listen, Scorpio. Sometimes when we are waiting for something, a particular person, a particular type of relationship, whatever it may be, we think it is good for us. And we're constantly waiting for it. And because we waited so long for it, we think that that is exactly what we need. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes when you flip how you look at relationships, when you flip how you look at love, period, is when the right kind of relationships start knocking at your door. With the Devil card, I feel like you've been repeating patterns. You've mastered how to stop repeating them. Make sure you carry that forward into the future. Because if you don't, you're going to start attracting relationships that are going to keep you stuck and betrayed. But I see you successfully walking away from all of that nonsense. You are setting your own rules. You're setting new rules. You're making new checklists with the King of Swords. And that is what is bringing the Two of Cups in, which is an intermingling of two energies. It's a beautiful partnership. Heavy, heavy reading. Very heavy reading. I'm going to have to cleanse myself. All right. If this resonated for you, Scorpio, please drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It will really help my channel grow. That was it for you. Please enjoy June. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.